Brick Lover 1972 here. Of course, you know me as Brian by now. So, anyways, it's a kickoff or the start off of my Halloween dinners, as I'm calling these programs or shows or episodes on my YouTube channel for this Halloween season in October. Before I discuss the film I watched tonight, I'm gonna plug somebody else, some other YouTuber. He's doing a stream. This, well, it depends on what part of the world you're in. He's in Tokyo. His name's Daisuke Beppu. I'm gonna put his name right up here. He's done some streams from time to time. He has a lot of material on his channel. He covers Criterion when Criterion announces new releases. He's on the case. He always puts up videos addressing that, and he's very active, very frequent uploader to YouTube with a lot of videos covering movies. Anyways, recently he's been doing some streams on James Bond films, and he did one. Let's see, what was the first one? On Her Majesty's Secret Service, I believe, was the first one. Then The Living Daylights was the second, and then Dr. No. I missed Dr. No, but anyways, and then he did GoldenEye. I think Daisuke is trying to do this. Each person that plays James Bond, he's trying to do their first film. So, anyways, he's got to Roger Moore now, and he's going to do this film, Live and Let Die. He's going to do that. Depending where you are in the world, it's going to be in his time. Where he's broadcasting, it's going to be Sunday, this October 11th at 6 a.m. Tokyo time, which means if you're in New York, I'm near New York, but if you're in the Eastern time zone, that would be 5 p.m. Saturday, the 10th, and it's 6 a.m. the 11th for him in Tokyo at the same time. So let me see, that'd be 4 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Mountain, and then 2 p.m. Pacific. And if you're in the UK, I know some people in the UK. That would be 10 p.m. The 10th of October, Saturday. But if you're in Daisuke's neighborhood, then that's like if you're in Japan, it's 6 a.m. Sunday, the 11th of October, his time. So all right, so I got that out of the way. So anyways, let's talk about the movie that I watched today. It's Stephen King's A Dead Zone with Christopher Walken, directed by David Cronenberg. I thought this was in the shrink wrap. It wasn't, but I don't think I've ever watched this copy. I've seen it before. I've seen it like on home video. And when I went to the Halloween marathon at the Jacob Burns Film Center, I'm pretty sure it was last year, the year I saw it again. So I was sort of familiar with it before I put it in the machine. But anyways, let me get to discussing it and why I sort of picked it. Anyways, the plot basically is Christopher Walken. Is he high school or middle school teacher? Well, he's a teacher, and he's an English school teacher. He teaches English literature, and he has this romantic relationship with another teacher who's played by Brooke Adams, and they go out on a date, and then they go back to her house, and she says, "Do you want to come in and spend the night?" And he says, "Nah, I think that we should wait on that." So he says, good things come to those who wait. I don't know if that's exactly what he says, but so he decides to leave, and he's driving home, and he gets caught up in a car accident, and he's in a coma for 5 years. And so his girlfriend has now been married, and she now has a kid. And he's recovering from the coma. He's learning to walk and everything, and he starts to grasp. Like, the nurse comes in one point while he's sitting in bed, laying in bed, and he grasps her arm, and he can predict things that are currently happening, that happened in the past, or happen in the future. So he sees that her house is on fire and that her daughter's inside the house, and he tells her, go to the house, get there right away. Your daughter will be safe, or there's still a chance your daughter will be safe. And sure enough, the prediction turns true. So then the head doctor who's taking care of him, who's supervising his therapy and everything, he touches his arm, and he sees from the past that he was, I think he was a Jew, but he escaped the Nazis or something like that. So you see this scene taking place, World War II with army tanks, or maybe they're called Panzer tanks. I don't know. But anyways, and this young boy is put onto this truck. I think it's a truck. And the young boy is the doctor who's taking care of him. And Christopher Walken's character, Johnny, says to him, is it your mother or the father? I think it's the mother. Your mother is still alive. So the guy calls just to see if this is the case, and sure enough, she's alive. But he doesn't say anything, and he says He says to Johnny, he says it was never meant to be. So that's why he hung up. So, anyways, Christopher Walken, he starts healing up, and then there's this buzz. Reporters are beginning to see that he's predicting all these things. So the sheriff of the town he lives in is dealing with these killings and of young women, and he's trying to figure, who could it be, and they're coming up with dead ends. So he's asking Christopher Walken's character to help him out, and at one point they go to a new corpse on a gazebo, and Christopher Walken feels the dead woman's arm, and he says to the sheriff, he says, sheriff, by the way, is played by John Scarrett. I think Scarrett, the last name. He would play Dallas in Alien. Anyways, so he says, this woman knows this guy. And there's an interesting turn in that event there, because who the killer turns out to be and why he's evaded the police for so long is a pretty interesting plot twist there. Christopher Walken realizes the more he does these predictions, the weaker his body becomes. And then he becomes a tutor at a certain point. He starts to live on his own and not at his parents' house. He tries to live away from the media. But so this wealthy man realizes that he might be able to have a relationship with his son that he can't establish himself. So he talks to Johnny, Christopher Walken, and he wants him to spend some time with his boy, which he does. And while when he comes to the mansion, he meets this guy running for Senate, played by Martin Sheen, and his character name is Greg Stilson. So Greg Stilson is the reason why I watched this movie. If you read the book, if you watched the movie, I think you can clue in as to why I would be watching this right now, with the political climate and everything. I'll just give clues. I won't say, what I'm talking about, I bet, but I did a previous video, I don't know, maybe a month or so ago, or I don't know, not too long ago, and I took it off YouTube because I was afraid I'd bristle some feathers that I would cause a little controversy. But anyways, so he meets this guy, Greg Stilson, and his former girlfriend is working for Greg Stilson as I think a campaign worker or something. And it just so happens that Greg Stilson is doing a rally event or whatever across from his house. So he goes over there to the rally and he shakes his hand and he sees that Greg Stilson he sees him in the future becoming president, and something might happen. I don't want to give anything away. This is the part I don't want to give anything away. He might become president, and something might happen. Let's put it that way. And there's a scene without Christopher Walken where Martin Sheen's character, Greg Stilson, he's broken into his opponent's house or something, and I think he's basically going to blackmail him and make him look bad. So, and the end, it gets you at the edge of your seat, and I couldn't remember exactly what happened from last year, but then I remembered as I was watching it, and I thought what I thought would happen, it didn't happen, but how it resolved itself, well, I'm not going to say if it resolved itself well or bad. I'm not going to say anything. You're just going to have to see it yourself. So anyways, that's The Dead Zone. I think I've reviewed it enough. I'll be including pictures with this, I believe, edit some pictures in here so that you can see, what the film looks like as you're watching it. So anyways, okay, so I'll wrap it up there, and thanks for watching. And after I've watched The Dead Zone, I'm probably going to be watching this. I got to refresh myself for the stream on this coming Saturday. And I might listen to the commentary, because I haven't listened to the commentaries on these since I bought these. I had these James Bond box sets, but that's going to take, well, I'm at least going to watch a movie. I don't know if I'll listen to the commentaries. Maybe not. I don't know. But that's going to take precedence before I watch other horror movies. So anyways, at some point I will be watching some more horror films. And they're going to they're basically going to be Japanese horror films. That's what I'm going to focus on this month. And I do not know exactly how many I'll watch. I can't promise a whole bunch, but maybe a few here or there. So anyways, be on the lookout, and thanks for watching, and bye for now.